Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Godsalt's Turnbuckle. And it is time once again for some more predictions, and we are going to be doing predictions for WWE SummerSlam 2021, which is going to be airing, oddly enough, on a Saturday this time, which I'm actually filming this the night before after watching Smackdown. And actually, I also did watch AEW Rampage as well to go along with that. So after watching the wrestling shows for the night, we're going to go ahead and start it off real quickly with the first match, which is going to be Alexa Bliss going up against Eva Marie. And this has been a very interesting one, especially with the aspect of them keeping with Alexa Bliss's gimmick at this point in time, which was basically everything with the Fiend, especially after the Fiend or Bray Wyatt got released from the company on that one. So this is going to be an interesting matchup just because of the factor that I don't know how well either of these gimmicks are really going over with what's been going on with Eva Marie and Piper Niven or Doudrop at this point. But I'm gonna go with Alexa Bliss in this particular match, just based off of the storyline that they're going with. The factor of Doudrop finding Lily and getting like hypnotized by it, and Eva Marie slapping her. I feel like you're getting that turn from Doudrop, and maybe she'll even change her name to Piper Niven right afterwards. Probably coming up here rather soon on that particular one. So I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss in this particular match. I don't really know much really to say about this one. So I'll go with Alexa in this particular case. So this brings us to the next match, which is going to be Drew McIntyre going up against Jinder Mahal. So Jinder Mahal's cohorts are not going to be at ringside because of the handicap match on Monday night, but the Sword apparently will be at ringside for this particular one. They have done some weird stuff with this storyline and not even really bringing... I mean, they brought it up a little bit about their time in 3MB, but not much has really been mentioned about 3MB and their past on this particular one. It's been basically based around Drew McIntyre's sword, which is very weird on this. I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre to pick up the victory in this one. I don't really see them having Jinder Mahal go over in this particular match. I mean, if they're going to keep the storyline going, then yeah, you can find a way for Jinder to win this one. But I just don't see that necessarily being the case with this. So yeah, it's going to be Drew McIntyre for this one, at least for my prediction. Up next, we're going to have the United States Championship match, which is going to be Sheamus going up against Damien Priest. This one I think is going to be a good match. Overall, I feel like this match will be a very good one to go along with that. I know they haven't really been doing much with Sheamus, mainly based off of the injury that he had quite a bit of time ago. So he hasn't really done much with that US title ever since winning it at WrestleMania. And honestly, a lot of the storyline has been not necessarily... there's not been too much between the two of them outside of some backstage altercations, and I don't think they've really done too much in the in-ring side outside of the bro kick stuff that had happened over the last, I believe, about week or so to go along with that, where Damian Priest won a match using the bro kick, and I think Sheamus responded with one of his own to go along with it. So honestly, I am going to go with Damien Priest in this match. I feel like they haven't really done much with this US title run for Sheamus, and they're going to probably get that title off of him. Though they may have wanted to get that onto somebody else, I don't necessarily know. But I feel like Damien Priest has been kind of doing really good with what he's been given, and I feel like they're gonna probably put that title on him this Sunday. So I'm gonna go up with Damian Priest to win this match and garner that US title. So up next is going to be the Raw Tag Team title match. It's going to be AJ Styles and Omos going to get up against Randy Orton and Matt Riddle, RK Bro. And there's only one way that I feel like this is going to go. This is not going to be another turn from Randy Orton or anything like that. That turn happens down the line. they actually got to win those tag team titles before the turn truthfully happens. Based off of everything they've done with this story since in the time in the Thunderdome, going into back into live crowds, everything to go along with that, it's got to be one of those things that, you know, RK Bro is going to have to win those tag titles before they fully break up on that one. So I'm going to go with RK Bro to win this match. I don't know if we're going to see Omos's first bump in this match, or if he's going to, or if it's going to be pretty much them dominating, say, AJ Styles throughout the entire match to go along with it. We'll see how that ends up actually playing out, but based off of how over this has been with the crowds and everything to go along with that, I have to go with RK Bro on this one. Up next, we've got Edge going up against Seth Rollins, and this storyline has actually been quite good leading up into them kind of basically making this match after Money in the Bank. You know, Seth Rollins costing Edge the title, then bringing back up 7 years ago, you know, bringing up that past between the two of them with with Seth Rollins, you know, almost giving the curb stomp to Edge back when his neck was not in a medically cleared state, you know, threatening to do that and everything along with that. The promos from the two of these guys have been absolutely fantastic. The thing that they did on SmackDown tonight with the kind of bringing back a darker side of Edge, but not only that, but doing a bloodbath type deal like they had done with the Brood. They even brought the Brood's kind of entrance music out for that as well. I actually like what they have been doing here, and they've been doing a great job with this one. Now, overall, for the winner of this particular match, you know, the initial aspect for me says Edge should win this. He doesn't seem like he's going to be one of those guys that's kind of in the terms of a part-time where he's going to be out for a long period of time. So he actually does need wins to kind of garner you know, keeping credibility and everything to go along with that. Now, with the factor that he got one up on Seth Rollins going into the pay-per-view, I almost want to say Seth Rollins at this point, but I'm going to stick with my initial thought process, is that Edge is going to win this match. Now, probably going to continue on with this feud in some way, shape, or form down the line, if not for the next pay-per-view or something like that. I don't know exactly what they're going to be doing with Edge afterwards, but I could see I can see Edge winning this one, and I'm actually going to go with Edge to win this match. Up next, we're going to have the SmackDown Women's title match. It is going to be Bianca Belair going up against Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's title. It's this is basically the main event of WrestleMania Night 1, the rematch for that, and now they're going to be doing it again at SummerSlam. And, you know, the match that they had at WrestleMania was really good. I expect this one to be really good as well on that. I know there was a little bit of scare that they may not be cleared, but it's been basically said that both of them are cleared for tomorrow night and ready to go on that one. But it's, yeah, I feel like this is going to be, once again, another really good match from them. Sasha Banks has always given a good match inside of the ring. Also, not just that, but telling a good story within there, because the story that they were telling in their WrestleMania match came off really good with the factor of you know, Sasha continually trying to go after Bianca's hair throughout that match, and then Bianca using the hair to basically foil Sasha in that match. I thought was a nice little touch what they did there. I don't know where they're going to go with this one on Sunday, or not Sunday, Saturday. It's weird to say that for a WWE pay-per-view for it to be on a Saturday. You're used to that being on TakeOver or, well, at the beginning, AEW pay-per-views. But with this one, I you know, I've kind of flip-flopped back and forth with what I was thinking. And I may have done it one more time here, because initially I was thinking Bianca Belair on this. But I feel like they're going to continue on with this feud on this one. Now, I don't think it's going to be like a, I don't think it's going to be a actual, what is it? It's going to be an actual, like, stumbling over the words. More than likely, it will be a potential title change on this. If that is the case. At least that's how I was feeling after SmackDown, with the factor of how dominant Bianca looked. Now, that could just be a thing to make it seem like she's um, potentially going to lose. My initial thought was Bianca, and the more that I've been kind of thinking about it as I've been talking about it here, I'm going to stick with Bianca to win this one because I feel like her title reign does need to continue on to make it more credible and everything to go along with that. It's been a while, like over the last year, we haven't necessarily had those long title reigns from everybody to in the women's division to make those titles fully credible. You haven't really seen that since Becky and Bayley holding the titles for such long periods of time. Asuka held it for a decent period of time, but there was also that title change with Sasha in there as well to go along with it. So I feel like this maybe the feud does continue on in some way. Maybe they'll come up with some way to do that. But I see Bianca keeping the title on this one. Up next, we are going to have the Smackdown tag team title match. It's going to be the Usos going up against Rey and Dominic Mysterio. Honestly, I do feel like I know where this one is going, and I feel like it is going to be the Usos picking up the victory here. It's just going to be a matter of this storyline where Dominic is kind of playing a little bit more of an overconfident area, and Rey's been trying to correct him. Is this going to be an aspect of him eventually turning on Rey Mysterio, turning on his dad in that at that point in time? We'll see how that ends up playing out, but I'm going to go with the Usos to pick up the victory in this match. Will it be a good match? Absolutely. I feel like these two teams will put on a very good match on that one as I get rid of this fly that is roaming around at this point in time, which is completely okay with that. So this will bring us to the WWE Championship match. It's going to be Bobby Lashley going up against Goldberg. And let's be honest, we know how Goldberg's contract works. Now that can always change on those particular ones, but he usually is supposed to get 2 matches a year. Also, you got to play off the factor in the terms of the storyline that Goldberg has kind of gotten one over on them in every way, shape, or form. Outside of maybe the promo side, where MVP kind of takes over on that particular side, but MVP got speared. Bobby Lashley got speared. Nothing's really happened to Goldberg yet. I'm going with Goldberg. I'm not going with Goldberg, but I'm going with Bobby Lashley to keep that WWE title for a little while longer on that, and he will win this match here. Will it be a good one? It'll be hard to really say. It will be definitely a very fast-paced match because that's kind of how Goldberg's matches have been ever since he's come back. They've been very fast-paced. They've been rather short and straight and to the point, which is never a bad thing on those particular sides. I actually don't really feel like Goldberg has been putting on bad matches since he's come back, outside of, well, matches that I had not seen during their time in Saudi Arabia. Those matches, I have definitely heard about what happened there, so I don't necessarily, but I've never actually seen them to go along with it. So kind of is what it is for that. But otherwise, like we've been seeing normally on TV, I felt like he's been putting on pretty good matches. And like I said, usually fast-paced and quick and to the point, though, on those ones. So we'll see how this one ends up playing out. Up next, we have the Raw Women's title match. It is going to be Nikki ASH going up against Rhea Ripley, going up against Charlotte Flair. It's a triple threat match for that Raw Women's title. I feel like this is going to be a fun match. Now, they have been booking, they have definitely been booking Nikki since she's been doing this almost a superhero thing as a big time underdog here. And you even saw that even more on Monday night with her losing to Rhea Ripley. And then them teaming up against Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax, and then Charlotte Flair actually pinning Rhea Ripley on that one. Now, this is the aspect of that. Have they booked her to the point of being an underdog so much that she's going to win? I think that's the case here. I do think that's the case here on this one. I feel like Nikki ASH will win this one. I'm not sure how much the crowd is going to really be behind it on that. It'll be really hard to say on that particular side. But I feel like they're not going to fully give up on it that quickly. And I'm going to see, and I do see Nikki actually holding onto the Raw Women's title for a little while longer. So it'll be interesting to see how this match plays out. I do feel like it will be a pretty good one. We know how Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair are in the ring together. And, you know, honestly, it'll be interesting to see that aspect of having Nikki in there to go along with it. And we'll see how that match ends up playing out. So this will bring us to what will more than likely be the main event of the night, and that will be John Cena going up against Roman Reigns for the Universal title. And man, the promos on these ones, they've actually been quite, I feel like they've been quite good. And I've been thoroughly enjoying them on my particular side of everything. Now, the whole aspect of Cena getting a match with Roman because he stole a contract from Finn Balor is a little bit why on that one. But otherwise, I feel like the match itself, when we finally get to it, and the promo that we saw on Friday as well, I thought was really good. And how John Cena, to a certain degree, mocked how the storyline got to the point to where they got to in the match by even mentioning how the contract was signed to begin with to go along with it. So it'll be interesting to see how this match is out playing out. We of course did see this match at No Mercy back in 2018. I think it was 2018 or 2017. I'm not absolutely certain on that one. It was the same night that Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman had their match. So that was the night that they first had that match. Roman Reigns did win that one. That was also back when he was a babyface and being kind of rejected at that point as well. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how this match ends up playing out. I thought the first match that they did between the two of them was actually really good, even though, you know, they should have been kind of saving that match for the bigger stage at that point, kind of like here for a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania. At least that would just be on my own personal opinion. I guess they were trying to kind of do what they needed to do with that back in the day, because Cena was going to be going away for a while, everything like that. So they wanted to try to get a big match in there as quickly as they could. Understandable on that one, honestly. But this one feels even bigger on that. They've played up the aspect that John Cena is going for number 17 on that. Roman is completely solidified into this heel character at this point. It's been absolutely fantastic. I'm looking forward to this match. It'll be interesting to see how this one ends up playing out. In the terms of who will actually be the winner, I'm going Roman Reigns. I'm going Roman Reigns because I don't feel like they're going to put that title on Cena, especially if he is going to go away for a while. They're not going to, I don't even see Cena necessarily being that type of guy who wants to take the Universal title off of TV for a long period of time because he's going to go do a movie. He's not going to pull Brock Lesnar with it, or at least how they had it set up on that one. And so I see Roman Reigns winning this match and fully solidifying him as the top guy, as the guy to go along with everything on this. So I'm going with Roman Reigns to win this match. And that's basically all the predictions I've got here for SummerSlam on this one. I don't think they've added any other matches. You do have the whole wrinkle of Baron Corbin now stealing Big E's Money in the Bank contract, so it'll be interesting to see if that plays out in any way, shape, or form on the show. With that, I know it played up a little bit on SmackDown, but not too much with that one. So it'll be interesting to see as well. And with that being said, everybody, thank you guys for watching. If you did like the video, of course, give it a like, a share, a subscribe. It'll be much appreciated for everybody who does watch the video. And with that being said, take care, stay safe, stay healthy. Have a great rest of your day.